This is the Let's Go Blues Minute brought to you by Puckdoku, the original hockey doku. Now here's your host, Jeff Ponder.
If anyone listening likes to camp out this spring, I have some great open real estate for you right in front of the Blues' net. As the Blues fell 4-3 to Edmonton in a heartbreaker last night, one constant throughout the night was the Oilers tapping in golden chances from directly in front of Jordan Binnington. Sticks were not being tied up and bodies were left untouched for all four of Edmonton's goals. In what was a 4-3 loss for the St. Louis Blues, Connor McDavid returned to the lineup for Edmonton after missing 8 games with a lower body injury, and he contributed 3 assists, including the one on the game-winning goal. He came out of the penalty box and sent a short side pass from below the goal line to an all-alone Connor Brown for the game winner with 21 seconds left in the third period. Pavel Buchnevich had a goal and 2 assists. Jordan Kyrou had a goal and an assist. Ryan Suter scored his 5th career shorthanded goal, and Robert Thomas had 2 assists for the Blues, who lost their second in a row after winning their previous 12 straight. Jordan Binnington made 19 saves on 23 shots. Goals on top of the crease weren't the only issue for Binnington and the Blues. The game got off to a bang when Corey Perry took some extra shots on Binnington, first crashing into him, then giving him some hard taps with his stick before Binnington went after him, causing 16 minutes of penalties at 8:21 of the first period. Binnington was crashed into again in the third period when Max Jones drove the net and through the crease, sending Binnington into the post. Edmonton played with 5 defensemen the entire game after Jake Wallman was a late scratch, and they have salary cap issues, so they could not replace him in the lineup. The Blues hold the second wild card into the Stanley Cup playoffs behind the Minnesota Wild. Each team has 93 points, but the Wild have a game in hand. The Blues and Oilers both missed an opportunity to clinch a playoff berth, as either team's win in regulation was contingent on the Calgary Flames losing in regulation to the Anaheim Ducks. Calgary had a 3-1 lead over Anaheim with 16:03 to go in the game, but Anaheim received goals from Frank Vatrano and Cutter Gauthier just 8 seconds apart. Then Gauthier tallied his second of the night at 1:11 of overtime to seal the major comeback win for the Ducks. However, since the Flames earned a point, neither Edmonton or St. Louis could clinch, regardless of how their game ended. With the Blues now off until Saturday when they battle the Kraken at Climate Pledge Arena, the Blues can now clinch in one of 2 scenarios. With 2 games remaining for the Blues and 4 for the Flames, either combination of the Blues winning a game and the Flames losing a game, or the Flames losing 2 games puts the Blues into the playoffs. So, as I've said on this show since January, the Blues truly control their own destiny. Take care of business, and you'll be in the playoff dance. Let's get to our stat of the day, which is brought to you by our friends over at Puckpedia.com. Let's take a look at HockeyStatCards.com, which provides the game score for each player in each game. As a reminder, game score is a player evaluation metric, and the objective is to measure single-game player productivity. Game score weights each of the actions of each player to give us a single number representing their overall performance in that game. Game score includes goals, assists, shots on goal, penalties drawn and taken, face-offs won and lost, blocked shots, 5-on-5 goal differential, and 5-on-5 Corsi differential. Each action is weighted differently in the formula. For example, 1 goal scored is worth more than 1 blocked shot. The Blues' defense did not perform well in the analytics world last night, with 3 defensemen finishing at the bottom of the game card and in the minus category. Tyler Tucker, Ryan Suter, and Justin Falk all finished at or below minus 1.25, with Tucker and Suter finishing with a minus 1.25. Falk, who registered 3 giveaways and a minus 2 on the night, was a minus 2.07, finishing with the worst game score of any player on the ice in this game. If you've been listening to Let's Go Blues Radio, you know Bill Day has said a couple times that he thinks Justin Falk might need some time off before the playoffs, as he has had a rough end to his season. Next up, the Blues battle the Kraken on Saturday in Seattle to close up their road schedule on the season. They return to Enterprise Center on Tuesday to face off with the Utah Coyotes in the final game of the season. It's almost become a must-win one to ensure this team enters the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Wait, Jeff, one more thing.
And it's time for Puckdoku, and of course you can play over at puckdoku.com. Yesterday's winner was Bill, again still on a streak right now. I don't even know what it is at this point, but he beat me again. His uniqueness score was 13, and it beat my 26. The best play, though, did come from me in the Philadelphia Flyers and Edmonton Oilers square. I played Kent Manderville at 0.2%. A fun fact about Manderville is he was drafted 24th overall in the second round by the Calgary Flames in the 1989 NHL entry draft and played for Cornell University from 1989 to 1991. After finishing his NHL career and playing 4 years in Northern Europe, he retired in 2007 and was accepted to attend law school at the University of Ottawa. He deferred admission for a year and then ultimately decided to decline the offer, instead opting to complete his Cornell University Bachelor of Science degree. He has also passed all 3 Chartered Financial Analyst exams and was awarded the Certified Financial Planner designation in September 2020. He is now the director of the IP Hockey Family Office, which provides wealth management for hockey professionals located in Ottawa. This fella is far too smart to be playing hockey.
This was the Let's Go Blues Minute powered by Puckdoku. Remember to tune into Let's Go Blues Radio, the original St. Louis Blues hockey podcast and webcast. Available wherever you get your podcasts or on YouTube and Facebook. Until next time, hosers.